So I wanted to share a little bit the purpose of our weekend here in Palm Springs. It's actually a military reunion. We do these every couple of years. We pick different locations. For breakfast, we're having an omelet and fruit and tea and orange juice.
Hey, how's it going?
And all of our friends are here. We have a whole bunch of people here with us. So we're starting the day.
All of us guys are gonna go to the Air Museum while the girls go spend all their money.
The guys are going to go to a air museum, and they have this whole special tour set up for them. They have some World War II pilots that have put together a whole program. So us ladies thought it would be nice if they could just go as a unit and we would do something else. So we decided to go shopping. Of course. There's an outlet mall that is about 15-20 minutes from here, and you can get some great deals there. Things are 50-60% off, and we have some coupon codes too to take an extra 25% off this weekend of our purchases. So we're going to go try to hit up the outlet stores and get some great deals. First stop is going to be Ann Taylor. This one is gorgeous. This would be perfect for New Year's Eve. Peg and I are having so much fun. We've just been laughing all day long. Isn't this dress beautiful? It has like a sheer topping on it, and the back of it, oh my goodness. I bought a bunch of stuff. I'll show you guys when I get back to the room. I got these for my mom. Are those not so cute? They're totally soft, and they have on the bottom, I don't know if you can see, but like anti-skid things. Totally adorable. That's so her. Okay, that's my dress that I got at Ann Taylor. I thought it was so cute. The material on it is so beautiful when you touch it, don't you think? Okay, that one had beautiful sleeves on it. I loved that. They're 3/4 sleeves, and they're kind of bell-shaped. And the dress is got darts in it. It's all lined and stuff. And I loved the color. And that was Ann Taylor. You gotta back up because I can't get it all in the thing. I thought that was so cute to wear like as a cover-up or something very casual like when we're in Cabo, because I loved the sleeves. It's really long. Like, it's a shirt, but I mean, you could use it as a cover-up. Oh, I got that just to wear because we're traveling on New Year's Eve. Just casual. Oh, I got that from Morgan because she got all that makeup for Christmas. I got that for me. A little travel. It's a magnifying mirror because I needed one. And then I got this for Cabo for hanging around the pool. It's cute. Cute, cute, cute. See it? Or I could wear it like if we go out on the boat or something. Oh, you're so sexy. Anyway, that one was from, what does it say, Talbert's or something? Talbert's. Say that was Talbert's. Talbert's. So that was my haul by Ann Taylor, Talbert's Fifth Avenue haul. It's a little bit crazy out here right now because they're getting ready for their big Christmas parade, and it's going to go off in about, I don't know, about 45 minutes or something like that. But they have a room for us, so we're going to go and go to a little cocktail reception. Just a little backstory, I guess. Ken was active duty in Germany, where his MOS was supply sergeant, and then later armorer and range master. When he left active duty, he was recruited by this elite unit. And most of the guys in this unit were 25 years older than Ken, and they had lost not only their supply sergeant, but their range master and armorer for their unit. So they recruited Ken to their unit thinking, you know, here's this young guy, just got off of active duty. He has the updated training. He'll be a great asset to our reserve unit. And they interviewed him, and the rest was history. This unit that Ken joined was CID, but their, I guess, specialty or whatever was protective services. So we had a wonderful day. I went shopping with the girls, and Ken went with the guys, and they went to
The Air Museum.
the Air Museum. And it was nice having the guys kind of do their thing, you know. So we're going to go, they have a whole reception planned and a big dinner planned, so we're going to go down there and meet up with everyone and have a wonderful night, I'm sure.
But anyway, in 1961, the 386 or 387th MP Reserve Unit was disbanded and the 316th was formed. The original unit had 11 members, and they were hand-selected, and all these members at that time were oral boarded also. It's about 1 out of 5 make it. Even though you're law enforcement, even if you're LA or sheriffs or whatever you are, 1 out of 5 make the unit, and it has to be 2 to 3 people on the board that agree to that. Came up with an idea of if you're going to come in late, you know, like all cops, we want a dozen donuts. So you had to bring a dozen donuts in, and if you didn't, we'd give you a Humvee to go out, whatever, and get the donuts and bring them in. And it embarrassed him, and it stopped. One day, you came in late, Mr. Hart, with 3 other guys. Remember that? 3 or 4 other guys?
My memory's curved.
Yeah.
That's right, and the whole concept was devised by our weight control officer.
The quote book was established in 23 October 1978 when Mr. Bartlett made a comment that all unit members should be accountable for what they say. And so right after that, he turned to Mr. Foster and he said, and this is his first quote, he said, Mr. Hutton will never let me down, witnessed by Foster and Montoya. And that quote came back to bite him in the butt. So Cameron is assigned as my man. I'm not picking on you, Cameron. But he's assigned as my man. So after he's assigned as my man, he says on 16 November 1980, he says, till your dying day, since I'm your man, Mr. Hutton, I will be an albatross around your neck. Mr. Lee, in 12 September 1998, regarding numerous Korean, we even talked about this today, Korean deployments stated, you know something, I come here to Korea more than I go to church. Well, Mr. Blanchard said on 9 February 1992 at 07:30 hours during a morning briefing, and he was really serious about this, he stated, we enlisted men must get back into showing respect for rank in this unit. Later that day, on the same day, 9 September 1992, at 16:30 hours, Mr. Blanchard stated to Chief Warrant Officer Sheriff, "Chill out, Teddy."
Which was the Air Force before he came to the Army. After being retired, faithfully from the U.S. Army, he came back and did several more years. So finally, after 43 years, the Army had decided that, enough is enough, Daryl. Time to go, your time's up. And they have now come up with their retirement badge and credentials, which we are about to present to him as myself being the senior W5 here. And I am very proud to be able to present to Daryl both generations of CID credentials, the original back dates to 73, and the new ones in whatever.
We got those in
2002,
2010.
something like that.
Signed by General Cromartie. Are we good? Okay.
Not yet, not
One
yet.
more.
We need a 3/16 hoorah. That's what we need. Hoorah! Okay, so hoorah. There you go.
Ready? You got it?
This morning, we've been invited to go to the American Legion. They have a brunch set up for us, and I don't know what else. I'm sure they have some surprises for the guys. And so we're getting ready to go over there right now. And I forgot, you guys. We all bring like a gift, okay? And then we have this auction, and we auction things off. So Ken and I, this is what we got for the auction. Now this was Corey Dudley's. Corey Dudley, let's see, he was a postal inspector. He just recently retired from the Army. He was the oldest master sergeant living, and he just retired. He was like 70 something, and he actually was at Ken's retirement party and led the Pledge of Allegiance. But anyway, Corey brought this book. It's called Ships for Victory. It's a first edition. And I have one of my sons who's a military history buff. He's a history buff as a whole. He just loves this kind of stuff. So I asked Corey, I knew I was going to get this book. I just said, whatever everybody bid, I'm getting this book from Mr. Dudley. And so this is going to be a Christmas present. And he signed it on the inside too. He signed it to my son. To Shane, from Master Sergeant Corey Dudley, and then he dated it. How cool is that? So that was one of the items, and all of the proceeds goes to a unit fund. We do things like the gentleman who is ill right now, we'll do things for him and his family, different things like that. Okay, so let me show you another thing. Oh, this is heavy. Now this was Bob Hutton. Bob is so much fun. Him and Ken went on this AT trip to Hawaii one time, and I went with him, and we had dinner at the Waikiki shores right there on Fort Jerusalem, and we had so much fun. We laughed the whole night. I still remember that evening with him, and it was just one of the funnest days of my life, just spending a few hours with this man. Mrs. Hutton, this was what she brought. It's a huge Waterford bowl. Look at how gorgeous that is. And you all know I was going to get my Waterford bowl. And especially because it was from Bob Hutton. He had worked LAPD homicide. How many years, Kenny? Like 34 or something like that. I mean, his wife is a businesswoman, and she's extremely wealthy. He didn't have to work, is what I'm saying. But he did it because he loved it. He has a call of duty. He is probably the one person Ken really looked up to and wanted to emulate. Such a gentleman, such a man of honor. And so I love Waterford, but I really wanted to get this because of Mr. Hutton. So isn't that just beautiful? just gorgeous. And everybody in that room knew I was going to get this bowl. So they, they tried to bid me up. I'm like, well, I might crawdad you and you'll end up with the bill. And then they stopped and I got it. But anyway, we're getting ready to go here. I got to get ready because we're going to go to brunch and I'll try to do some more videos for you guys. So this is Mr. Corey Dudley, and he was the oldest living Master Sergeant, correct? Serving in
On active duty,
On
yeah.
active duty up until May
2016.
2016. Pretty amazing. He's so highly trained and skilled. They needed him. Okay, he has a wonderful set of skills, and I love him dearly. And he came and he was did the Pledge of Allegiance at Ken's retirement party. He drove all the way there for us, and I just love him. I'm eternally grateful for this man.
I got most of the words right.
And he's probably one of the smartest people I've ever met. I mean, truly innately intelligent. And he always plays it off. Everybody knows that. He's was a postal inspector. He's a board certified attorney. What else do you do?
In the Army.
The Army. I don't know. He would never say if he did. But anyway, this is Mr. Dudley, and I love him to death. This group of men are so extraordinary. I am in awe when I'm in their presence. Not only their military history, most of them were active duty and then continued in the reserve. One guy had been in the unit since 1964, and he was also a homicide detective for LAPD. There was chief of police, there was sheriffs. I mean, this group of men in their civilian lives were very accomplished. There's one guy that he has a company that does security for big things, like he did the security when the Republican Party had their convention in San Diego. I remember that. It's just such a variety of civilian jobs that they do. Anyway, when Ken first went to the unit, he decided he wanted to apply for the sheriff department. So everyone in that unit wrote letters of recommendation to include in Ken's packet, because it takes about a year to get hired. There's a whole big process. Well, Coy Spurd, who was the sheriff of Riverside County where Ken was applying to, because he lived there, called him to have dinner with him and said, I know half these guys that wrote these letters, okay? Why aren't you applying for LAPD, LASO, where all these guys are from? And Ken said, well, that's a good question. You know, I live in Riverside County. I would like to stay and work where I live. And then I don't have to choose which department or which police department or sheriff department or whatever that I go to, because I don't want to offend anybody in my unit. Because there was one guy that was the chief of police of the city of Torrance. He wanted Ken to come work for him. There was people at LAPD. They were like, we'll get you hired. You know, it was just like, so Ken was like, I don't want to have to pick something. And then everyone else is mad at me. You know, this way they're all still kind of helping me out. You know, they're like father figures to me. So Coy thought Ken was pretty smart to have that insight. And he goes, well, we're going to hire you. Okay, just so you know. But I just wanted to meet this man with your training. He goes, I just can't believe we're going to get you. So that's how Ken got hired with the sheriff department. And a large part of it was these men in this unit who mentored him from day one and have been like father figures to them. Every one of those men. Danny Hart, he's the bomb guy. Everybody in the industry knows Danny Hart's name. He's one of Ken's best friends, and he came all the way here because he knew that we were coming to this event. It was pretty crazy to see him. He made the trip when Ken retired last year, and I was so surprised when I looked out in the audience and there's Danny Hart. I mean, these guys are an elite group of men. Just if you take the military part of it, they have done everything. They were in Panama when that fell. Ken was there. They've been in a lot of situations that, as wives, we bonded together when they were on these missions, and it's something I can't explain. I mean, there's such a connection with every one of these men their wives, their kids. We all went through things together that we can never really truly explain to other people. I mean, I'm trying to, but I don't know if I'm doing a good job. It's just, you have this bond that is so deep. It's really amazing. So I'm so happy to be here and to celebrate we do it every 2 years. So this year that we're with all of these people, and everyone that's still living came to this event, except there's one man who's very ill. He's terminally ill, and so as a group we called him, we Skyped him, and so we wanted to include him in our celebrations.
We're all here and we stopped everything to give you a toast, sir. So I would ask our unit members and everyone to raise their glass to toast to trails, lost causes, and lost comrades.
To trails?
Lost causes, comrades.
Do you hear them in the background? Let's hear, hear, hear.
Here, very good.
Well, God bless you, sir. We're thinking of you.
Thank you so much. You brought a tear to my eyes. I can't thank you enough for Mr. Hunt. Thank you and all the others.
Well, thank you, sir, and I hope everything goes well, and we miss you. We really wish you would have been down with us to celebrate.
And I miss you guys beyond words. And just